Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, which proposed to give 33% reservation for women in parliament, was already passed in 2023. Then why it is not yet implemented? Let's try to understand the situation. Currently in 18th Lok Sabha, the total seats are 543, out of which only 74 are female, which means only 13.6% seats belong to women. If we apply the 33% reservation today, then the female seats will increase to 181. Means 107 new women will be added. Is it a problem? Yes, because simultaneously 107 male members will lose their seats. Of course, this is not a desirable consequence. So, the implementation of Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam is naturally linked to delimitation. And that's why in April 2026, the government called a special session of parliament. The goal was to address two major reforms together. The first is implementation of 33% women reservation, and the second is delimitation reform. Let's talk about the proposed delimitation reform. The proposal was to increase the number of Lok Sabha seats from current 543 to 850. The last delimitation exercise was held in 1976 based on 1971 census data when the population was only 55 crore. But currently the Indian population is more than 147 crore. So it was proposed that there will be 850 seats and both females and males will win. If it is so simple and straightforward, what is the problem? The main trouble is how delimitation exercise is done and how it favors some states more than the others. As per Article 82 of the Constitution, after every census, there should be readjustment in the constituency of Lok Sabha and state assemblies as per changing population over time, leading to the change in the number of seats or boundaries of constituency. Each Lok Sabha MP should represent similar number of people, irrespective of whether he or she is elected from Bihar or Tamil Nadu. But the reality is very different. And the reason behind is different population growth rates. Now, if they want each MP to control similar population size, more constituencies will be created in northern states than southern states. And this is the main bone of contention. Those states which played a better role in population control will be punished for their good performance. So, the states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala have strongly opposed the proposed delimitation. They fear losing Lok Sabha seats and political influence. However, the government tried to control the criticism by offering to maintain same proportion in the allocation of seats to different states. It would increase the existing allocation by 50%. So, the overall proportion between the states will remain unchanged. But this offer is nowhere written on the Constitution Amendment Bill on delimitation. Also, this 50% increase in Lok Sabha seats will compromise the one person, one vote principle because each MP will represent very different population sizes, which is already a problem today. The delimitation must be done on the basis of latest census, not some fixed ratio. And the current census is still going on and will be completed by 2027. Therefore, the Constitution Amendment Bill introduced by Modi government failed to clear the house. And since then, different statements have been released by different political parties, where the government is blaming other parties for betraying women, and the opposition is saying they are not against the women reservation, but the hurry in delimitation exercise without latest census is unsettling. So, the different population growth rates in northern and southern parts are another problem. At this point, we all know that the delimitation is inevitable for implementing women's reservation. But should it be done on the basis of population only, or other growth factors should also be considered? Or the fixed 50% increase rule is suitable? What do you think? Kindly comment below and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you.